What is up guys, JayFerGaming here and welcome back to my F1 2016 career. This is Season 2, this is Round 2, this is the Bahrain Grand Prix. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Do check out Race 1 of this season and go check out last season if you fancy it. But yeah, first race of the season wasn't great for us, but we have a few goodies coming up on the car. A mass upgrade, a huge upgrade, and it's going to be so interesting to see the progression of the car. So here we go.
Today. The improved package has arrived. We're having it fitted in time for FP1. Have a look at the factory report.
The moment of truth is here. First upgrade right there.
Another one. Another one. Another one. And another one. And another one. And another one.
So there we go, 5 huge upgrades for the car. Now the important part, how are we doing compared to all the other teams? And we'll see on the left, we have our 5 upgrades. Toro Rosso have done a couple as well, so we were behind them before the start of this season. And now look at that, that is incredible. We're just behind Mercedes. Yeah, that definitely makes me think that upgrading on this career mode is definitely OP. So I actually do make a decision looking at this. It's great to be up there, but we've gone from, I think, 10th best team to 2nd in about a season. So I'm not going to be doing the practice sessions for the near future. I'm just going to get the R&D points just from qualifying and the race. I think that would make things more realistic, but yeah, we should be challenging at the front now. So going into the qualifying session, I was feeling very confident, but our first lap, it was pretty shocking. So many mistakes. You'll see here through the tricky left-hander there on the exit. A bit too trigger happy on the accelerator, locking up again, and then into the final corner. It just continues. It was a really scrappy lap, taking far too much curb there, but when we actually came to the line, it was such a bad lap, in my opinion. We were only 1.3 seconds off first place, which was Ricardo at the time, so maybe the car performance was pulling us through, but this second lap has been so much better. We're definitely going to be up there challenging the top guys. We're nearly 7/10 up at the moment, so if we can just negotiate the final corner, we could be on for a pretty good lap. Not taking too much curb, solid exit, so we're blasting to the line. What's it going to be? Can we have a successful qualifying session in Bahrain? Come on, engineer, give us the news. It is P6. Brilliant. I'm very happy with that one. Shows the improvement of car performance. We're only 6/10 off the lead driver of Verstappen, and we've beaten our teammate, so it shows the Renaults definitely have some pace here. And we also beat our rival of Kimi Raikkonen, so that's positive. But yeah, we beat our teammate by a 10th, very happy. And look at that, 4 Brits in a row. I bet that's something that hasn't been done in a very long time in F1. Probably considering I don't think there is 4 Brits in F1, but still, we're on to race day now, and we followed our engineer strategy in Australia. It kind of cost us. I feel like the one stop was the way to go, but I think that should be a strategy to go for, because I don't think you can one stop here, and I think using every compounder tyre will probably get us to the end, but it's going to be tricky to go for the 2 stop. But we're building up for the Bahrain Grand Prix. 5 lights and away we go. We don't get a good start at all. Palmer's passed us on the left. We're about to get swamped, I think, into turn 1. Oh, cars to the left, cars to the right. Raikkonen's gone up our inside. That's not leaving us very much room. We're sandwiched between our teammate and rival. We get oversteer, but we just give our teammate enough room. The car's ahead. Lost a lot of momentum there, but Palmer's got a great run on our left, but he's going to get boxed in behind Rosberg. He could have got past me there, but it didn't happen. We got for a late lunge up the inside of Vettel. And I think we've got the move done. Yes, we have up to P6, so the initial getaway was really poor, but we recovered from that very well and overtook our teammate and one of the Mercedes. So let's see how our car performs now. It's going to be interesting to witness. Can we keep up with the cars ahead? And actually we could. We come to the end of lap 1 and look at this slipstream. We're catching up to a Mercedes. We might be about to overtake a Mercedes on genuine pace into turn 1 up the inside of Hamilton. The move is done. Oh no, it's not. He's hanging it on the inside. We've got to give him room here. I wasn't sure if he was going to go into us there because the AI very unpredictable to say the least. But still, look at this speed we've got compared to the Mercedes. The Mercedes have the best car still, but we're just breezing past it. Taking a lot of curve there, but that's us up into P3. Unbelievable scenes here. The confidence I have in this car on the first lap was absolutely brilliant. And now we're actually closing in on the two leaders, the two Red Bulls, and theoretically, I said that word wrong completely, but we have a quicker car than the Red Bulls. I can't believe I'm saying that in the second race of Season 2. DRS assisted, up the inside of Ricciardo, and we're into P2 on genuine pace, which we didn't really do last season, I think, apart from Monza, but that was more to do with strategy as well. So, yeah, this is incredible and uncharted territory for us, but coming on to lap 4 here, DRS. Are we about to take the lead? Because Verstappen doesn't have straight line speed, and then we go up the inside. We're genuinely into P1, which I am gobsmacked at the improvement of this car, but Verstappen's hanging it in there. Oh, he's done the same thing Hamilton did. So can we get the slipstream? Yes, we can. Can we go for the move into turn, well, let's guess 4 here, and take the lead? And we have indeed. Oh, this is so satisfying, I've got to say. Taking the lead from the Red Bulls, and to be fair, I am pretty decent at this track, but I don't know if the car's a bit OP, but at the end of lap 5 now, it's time to come in for our first pit stop. We're going to go onto the medium compound tyres. And is anyone going to follow us in? There is a Red Bull behind us as we cautiously enter the pits there. Ricciardo's following us in, and so is a Ferrari. So solid stop there. We didn't actually get jumped, which I was very surprised about. And we're coming down, quite far down the order. Of course, it's next to Grosjean. Of all people to come out next to, it has to be the guy that I've raced so often with. Of course. But I think we're about to get another one up on him because we're about to overtake him. He is still on his first set of tyres, and we're going to take 16th position from him. We don't race with the likes of Haas anymore. We have the genuine position of fighting at the front. So we cling on to the back of Gutierrez, closing in at the end of lap 6. He's going for the move on Verline. I was going to go for it here, but Gutierrez is about to pull out, and we're not going 3 wide into the final corner. That would be a stupid decision, but this is costing us time. If Verstappen's going for the overcut and in the pits at this lap, then he could overtake us. So we've got Verline. Hopefully he's not going into the pits. He is not. Neither's Gutierrez, but we're using the double slipstream, the DRS, to get past these guys. I can see in the distance someone's coming out the pits. I think that might be Verstappen. Yes, it is. So we've got to try and fight him into turn 1. Haryanto, please help me. And Grosjean's going for the move on the inside. Gutierrez even. That could have got very messy there. 3 cars into turn 2 there. But let's see if we can catch up to Verstappen, who we are fighting for the effective race lead. I've noticed he's on the super soft tyres, which kind of confirms to me he must be going for a 3-stop race, because you can't stretch them tyres that long and then go on the mediums. But we've got a fantastic run here. Haryanto's helping us out a treat. He's locking up as well, definitely struggling. And we follow Haryanto through. We've overtaken Verstappen for the effective race lead, and we need to dispatch of this manner as soon as possible. I don't think we're going to do it down here. Very tricky corner just to go through on your own, never mind overtaking someone. So if we get a decent exit, DRS, you'd think would pull us past. So if we get past Haryanto here, which we're going to go for, and can we get the move done before the left-hander? We've gone in a little bit too deep, but we're up to P7. Luckily for us, we have a car between ourselves and Verstappen. Lap 8 now. Verstappen had dispatched of the manner, but look at that. We set the fastest lap of the race, then Max does, then Daniel Ricciardo does. Them two are on the super soft tyres, so you'd think they should overtake me. So Verstappen goes for the move here. We do go slightly too wide, leaving him a lot of room, being very generous indeed. And yeah, Verstappen's overtaking us, but are we going to use the slipstream to go for this move, which we have done a couple of times already in this race? I mean, I was going to battle this because I am racing these 2 Red Bulls, and if I can keep them behind me, that effectively just wastes their super soft stint and means the gap between us should be an effective full pit stop if things continue like this. But Verstappen's going for the move. I can see Ricciardo's looking as well, but he's got nowhere to go. So can we defend and regain the position? We're going to try and keep it on the inside here. Verstappen gives us a lot of room as well. A lot of respectful driving here. which can't really be said so much about Max in real life. God, Ferrari fan. But lap 11 here, still keeping the Red Bulls behind us as Bottas comes into the pits. I was a little bit worried that he was going to go for one stop, but kind of confirms he isn't. We have locked up there, gone far too wide, and I think Verstappen might get us this time. But still, we're side by side. Oh, bit of oversteer there. Verstappen's ahead. Ricciardo's going for the move, which is not good because we can't dive up the inside of Max now. So we're going to have to try something different to defend from Ricciardo. I think we've lost Verstappen here. But we defend third from Daniel Ricciardo. We're putting in a solid performance here. Definitely showing our defensive credentials, actually. We're in the wrong gear there. We're totally offline. Wow, we totally messed that up. Ricciardo. Oh, we made contact there. Oh, that was so close to being taken out by the Red Bull. And you can see there, yeah, alternate line that I take here. Yeah, I went into the first section in 5th gear. I usually take it in 4th. So, yeah, that left me out of sync with the next corner. But, yeah, we do lose the position to Ricciardo. But at the end of the lap, he pits anyway. So, he's taken the whole stint to get ahead of me, and when he does, he has to pit. So, yeah, that confirms he's going for the 3-stop, and this confirms Verstappen's going for a 3-stop because he's in the pits as well. So is Alonso, who was leading the race there. So, yeah, we're a little bit lonely at the moment, and this stint coming up, I was on my own for most of the time. I'm going to stretch these tyres out till around 18, 19 laps, and then do like 10, 11 laps on the soft tyres. But, yeah, we got to lap 18. I thought this is the time to come into the pits, but looking at the minimap, it's Valtteri Bottas who seems to be the biggest threat, and I think he's going for the 2-stop. So once again, I'm going to say it, the AI are dumb. It shows that the AI being dumb going for 3-stop strategies. 2 stints on the super soft tyres is not going to work here. It really seems like the 2-stoppers are going to trump the 3-stoppers. So we come out the pits, and we're coming out behind Vettel and Massa, who are side by side going into turn 1, but we're not going to get involved just yet. We wait halfway through the lap, and then we're on the back of Massa, who's probably on 1 medium tyres here. So we look for the opportunity. I thought he was going to defend here, but no, we go for the move around the outside. He gives us a slight nudge. I'm not sure if he saw us there, but yeah, Felipe making it as difficult as possible for us. And we don't want to be losing any time here because, ironically, it could be his teammate who is the biggest challenge to me. So we're going to get DRS here. Fantastic exit. Loving the traction in this car at the moment. Feels so satisfying to drive up the inside. We should get the move done into the braking zone. And we do indeed, up to P7. But genuinely, I didn't know where I was compared to most of the cars because strategies were absolutely all over the place. So many tyre compounds, so many different strategies. And now on lap 23, we retake the lead as Vettel makes his final pit stop. And looking at the minimap, we have quite a gap, I've got to say. And we have a fantastic shot of taking our first race win in this career mode. So if you look at the order, Bottas is on the softs and Verstappen is on the mediums. They're our biggest threat. Bottas is 2-stopping, Verstappen's 3-stopping. We're on the penultimate lap now. Look at our tyre wear. We are seriously struggling with these tyres. I think these tyres are only meant to go around 9 laps. So yeah, definitely stretching out this stint, and Bottas is seriously closing in. I think the gap was around 3 seconds there, so we've got to be wary. Just keep the car on the track and have some solid pace. Onto the final lap. Look at the tyre wear, especially the left-hand side tyres. I'm seriously struggling, and it doesn't start well as we brake too late into turn 1, locking up. Oh, I'm getting very tetchy here. This is very tense. You can see in my mirrors Bottas is closing in. This is going to get very intense for the final lap of the race. Can we take the first victory, guys? Oh, I was so nervous at this point, but Bottas has got a fantastic run. We have absolutely no traction in these tyres. The Williams driver's going for it, and we're going to have to fight back here. I was going to go for a dive bomb no matter what. Can we keep the car on the track? Yes, we can, just with oversteer. This is such a struggle. We just need to keep the car in the middle of the track to keep the Williams behind us, and hopefully Verstappen doesn't get involved. I can see him in our mirrors as well, but we don't get the best of runs through here. This is so difficult to control this car on 1 tyres. We've stretched this stint out very well, but we're feeling the effects right now. Bottas into the final corner. Verstappen's looking as well, so we're going to have to try and go around the outside of Bottas through the final corner. No, we've got a little bit too wide. We're stuck on the curb. No, we're going to lose the victory, but we're going to have to defend from Verstappen, who's got a great run into the final corner. I think we just beat him. Oh, we lost the victory. What a finale to that. What a final lap that was. Our tyres were absolutely wrecked, but we do get our best finish in Formula 1, a 2nd position, but it could have been 1st. I was disappointed, I've got to say, though very happy with the 18 points. That run to the line was absolutely insane in the Final part of the race, but look how close that was. 3/10 between the top three. We only just beat Verstappen. And yeah, it definitely showed that the two-stop strategy was the way to go. I mean, look at Perez in 5th, Palmer in 7th. My teammates scored some solid points. But yeah, what a race that was. If you did enjoy that one, do remember to leave a like. But yeah, a very mixed up result there. You can see Rosberg didn't even score any points. The Ferraris were in the latter half of the top 10. So this could be a very interesting season. And yeah, if we can be challenging for wins, that'll be absolutely brilliant. But we look at the driver standings here. Bottas has the lead of the driver standings with, I think, his first win in F1. Not sure if he won a race last season, but very mixed up. We're in P6 with that, with the 18 points we scored there. So a solid start, but things should really improve in terms of solid point scoring and fighting for wins and podiums, as we do have the second best car in F1. Just looking at the other scorers, 14 cars have scored points so far this season. So a very variable results so far. Looking at the constructors coming up, we should be doing pretty well, as we did score, what was it, 24 points in that race, I think it was. Palmer contribution to the team, which is always fantastic to see. So there we go, we're in 4th. Williams have had a fantastic start. So we were battling them for 4th last season, so we need to catch up there, but the battle's going to be brilliant. So if you have enjoyed that race, please do leave a like. Subscribe if you want to see the rest of my career and other types of videos, and I'll catch you in the next race. Goodbye.